All right, let's talk about the WNBA, because things are at a fever pitch right now. The league is more popular than it has ever been, but it's also staring down a whole storm of controversy. And right in the middle of it all, one kind of awkward, totally viral interview just blew the doors off the league's biggest fault lines. This is way more than just a funny clip. It's a snapshot of a sport at a serious crossroads.
So you gotta be asking, how in the world does one conversation on a comedy show cause this big of a stir? Well, the story involves Caitlin Clark's former teammate, some pretty wild jokes about Saudi money, a mysterious new rival league, and even a pretty shocking on-court incident. Stick with me because this whole thing goes so much deeper than you might think. And it all comes down to this one single cryptic correction. The host was joking around, saying players need a plan B in case the WNBA doesn't work out. But Phoenix Mercury guard Sophie Cunningham, she immediately shut him down with this: not plan B, Project B. That one little phrase, it sent absolute shockwaves through the sport, and honestly, it's the key to unlocking this entire story.
Okay, so to really get why Project B is such a bombshell, we've got to rewind a bit and look at the immense pressure that's been building inside the WNBA itself. This isn't happening in a vacuum. Players have been getting louder and louder for a while now, and the tension is just becoming impossible to ignore. The message from the players is getting crystal clear. The league is growing at this insane, explosive rate, thanks to superstars like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. But here's the problem. While the popularity is going through the roof, a lot of them feel like the system that's supposed to support them, the pay, the resources, the whole infrastructure, is just getting left in the dust. So what are we really talking about here? After players like Nafisa Collier started speaking out publicly, the league's leadership is really feeling the heat. We're talking about the big stuff. Player pay, how resources are being managed, and this growing concern about whether the league is even doing enough to protect its biggest stars from this crazy intense spotlight. And all that frustration, that feeling that the system just isn't keeping up, well, that has created the absolute perfect opening for a rival to step in and offer something completely different. And that's where we get Project B. So what is Project B exactly? It's this rumored new women's basketball league. And from what we hear, it has some seriously deep pockets. It's aiming for a November 2026 launch. And the craziest part? Its entire model seems custom-built to fix the exact problems that WNBA players have been complaining about.
And when you put them side by side, man, it is night and day. Instead of just seasonal play, Project B is talking about a year-round global circuit, kind of like Formula One. Instead of cap salaries, it's dangling the potential for seven-figure paychecks. And maybe, just maybe, the most important part, instead of a league-controlled model, it's offering players actual equity, a piece of the pie. This isn't just a little tweak, it's a direct challenge to the WNBA's entire foundation.
Okay, so now that we have all that context, let's get back to the interview itself. With all of that pressure cooking in the background, Sophie Cunningham walks into this super unpredictable environment, and what she says, well, it reveals a ton about how players are trying to navigate this whole moment.
The setting here is it's key. Cunningham went on a show called Sunday Conversations, which is known for its really awkward, deadpan humor. It is not your typical sports interview, and that's exactly why her super candid answers hit so hard. There was no filter.
But what's so fascinating is that even while she's hinting at this mysterious Project B, Cunningham pushed back hard against the idea that players don't need a league. When the host joked about it, she just shut him down, saying, it's the organized leagues that create the platform, the fans, and all the opportunities in the first place. So let's just break down what she did in this interview, because it was pretty slick. Number one, she confirmed she knew about Project B. 2, she flatly denied any Saudi money was involved, completely shutting down the host's joke. And 3, she just kept hammering home the point that without a league structure, all that visibility just disappears. It was a masterclass in handling a really tough line of questioning.
But then, the conversation took a turn that I don't think anyone was expecting. It moved beyond all the money and the league politics and touched on a much more personal, much more serious issue that really reflects a bigger concern across the league: players' safety and respect. She was asked about that infamous incident where someone threw an object on the court during a game. She admitted it caught her completely off guard and that it was genuinely unsettling. And that one moment really grounded the whole interview, pulling it back from high-level league politics to the real-world pressures these athletes are facing every single day.
So when you step back and look at the whole thing, you realize this is about way more than one awkward interview. It's a perfect snapshot of a league at a massive turning point.
with all these different powerful forces just colliding at once.
What we're seeing is basically a perfect storm. On one side, you have players demanding more, and they're right to do it. On the other side, a challenger like Project B comes along and offers them leverage they've never, ever had before. And caught right in the middle of it all are these star athletes, just trying to navigate fame, pressure, and safety, all with the world watching.
Now, let's be super clear about something. This does not mean the WNBA is collapsing or going away. But it is absolutely at a crossroads. It's being challenged and it is being forced to evolve and to evolve fast. And honestly, whether Project B ever actually happens or not, it's already done its job. It has the league's full and undivided attention.
Which leaves us with the big, multi-million-dollar question. Is this Project B a genuine threat that could fracture women's basketball? Or is it the exact leverage that the players need to finally force the change that they have been fighting for? The answer, whatever it turns out to be, is going to define the entire future of the sport.